Hey, Mark Herman, aka LA Bengal fan, at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, recommend the Bengals for the AFC Northerners. Well, I know that was an illegal pick to end the game that gave them the touchdown with Antonio Brown, but they would have had a field goal shot. Although I like our chances better with their kicker than with AB. But guys, we can't ever expect the refs to give us a call. Ever. Okay? I mean, we didn't get one holding penalty called on the offensive line of Pittsburgh. There were plays today where you just had Geno Atkins. You saw the hands up in the pads holding guys, no calls. So, like I said, we have to take care of stuff ourselves. We're not a darling of the league. They don't like us. So we're never, ever going to get a call on the field. It was our job to put this game away. We had multiple opportunities to really, we moved the ball just, and I'll get into this. We talk about situational football, and we just didn't do it today. Let's start with the good. There was some good today, aside from the, obviously not the final score, but much better on special teams. Alex Erickson really gave us a couple great kick returns. That's the good. We'll get to the bad on one of those kick returns in a second. Great answer right before the halftime where we gave up a touchdown to Pittsburgh, and we came down. Great kick return by Alex Erickson, and we go into the locker room having scored a touchdown on our last possession of the second half. Want to comment that Boyd is just turning out to be just an absolute stud. One of the offseason notes, we have to extend him now. So at the end of the season, he needs to get paid. And relatively clean game in terms of no fighting or really any cheap shots, I don't think, throughout this game. The bad. I talk all the time about scoring right before half and scoring coming out of the half. Alex Erickson gives us a kick return, puts us on the Pittsburgh side of the field, right coming out of the locker room in the third quarter, and we go 3 and out. Absolutely unacceptable. I mean, we're 1 first down away. I can't even remember how many, you guys can add it up for me, 3 or 4 drives where we crossed midfield, we're 1 first down away from a possibility of points. You get into that 35, 30-yard line, and all of a sudden, at least you're in field goal range. I cannot remember. There was easily 4 or 5 of those I can remember. And the one that's sticking in my brain right now is the one coming out of the locker room in the third quarter. Cody Core, what the hell is he even doing on the field? We wasted more critical downs with Cody Core and Walton today that I did not understand. We had a play where Tyler Boyd on third down needed to, and this was another one of those plays. We had crossed midfield, second down, we run with Walton for a 1-yard loss or no gain, and then Boyd is forced on third down to have to make a acrobatic catch, which he made a few of today, but he doesn't make it. That 3 and out or that stalled drive is all a result of that second down call with Mark Walton, or the Cody Core drop, or the Cody Core not running the right route. I mean, what the hell is Cody Core even doing on the field, and why are you throwing him the ball? I saw it on Twitter by a number of people, Vance Meek. Why aren't we activating Auden Tate? He can't be worse than Cody Core. He can't. So we need to have Tate in there. Core had a huge drop on a third down in the first half that would have kept a drive going once again. That was the play that would have led to points. We had so many of those where we crossed midfield and didn't get that last first down to get us into scoring. That's a situational football I'm talking about. Making the play when it counts. We did not do that today. We didn't do enough of it today. We did the good. We'll go back to the good for a second. Love the way this team responded at the end of the game, driving downfield and scoring. Obviously, you could check my Twitter feed with 1:18 left and 3 timeouts. I said we left too much time. I knew it. I think every Bengal fan kind of knew it. So horrible tackling. We just had some Connor. We would hit him. And just terrible tackling. And Vance McDonald, another guy. We still can't tackle, can't get off the field. Now I know that our secondary was decimated today. Denard got hurt. We had Jackson on and off the field at times, but just terrible tackling today. That continues. Couldn't get off the field on third down. That continues. And the D can't hold the ball. I mean, even when the Steelers got a touchdown drive or got into field goal range, we actually held them to a field goal on that drive. But the play before it, William Jackson III had a chance to intercept the ball. If our DBs and our linebackers could catch the football, Tez dropped one today, we'd be leading the league in interceptions. I mean, it's just amazing how many drop balls we have. So in the end, the Bengals did not do enough to win. Like I said, the game ended on a terrible. It's just typical. You see the pick play and they don't call it, and you go, okay, we didn't get any holding calls. We did a blatant pick call in the end of the game. That's just, we can never ever leave the game in the hands of the officials. You just can't. And the holding call, there was a holding call on William Jackson III that didn't happen, and there was such a ticky-tack. You don't call that pick play, but on one of the Steeler drives, you called Dre, or the last drive, you called Dre for a ticky-tack. I mean, it was nothing. So, like I said, but we can't complain about that because we know that going in. We already know going in that we have to play the Steelers and the Zebras. We already know that. So it was our job to not leave it to them, and we didn't do it. We had ample opportunities. Like I said, I don't understand wasting downs on Core, wasting downs on Walton. Dalton, once again, showed he's clutch at the end of the game. So it is what it is. I said before, this was a game. It wasn't a must-win numerically, but it was a game we needed to make a statement, and I don't think we made it. And so now we get to listen to, a couple months. Well, I will stop watching. But we'll listen to a couple months of the analysts saying we're not real, and we go next week into Kansas City in prime time. That's not a high probability of a win game. I think that we come back 3-2 or 4-3, and we have to beat Tampa Bay to be 5-3 going into our bye. We're going to learn a lot about this team as we get this week. How they respond, how we look. Not looking for us to win in Kansas City, but I'm looking for us to play hard, and we have to come back. Tampa Bay at home is a must-win game in 2 weeks, and at least we can go into our bye at least 5-3. So had a real big chance today to deliver a serious body blow to the Steelers, and we just didn't do it. And it's sad. It's sad for all of us. I could see the comments on Twitter. I know we're all kind of bummed. There's nothing else you can do. With that, I will say, as I always do, fuck Mike Brown till we get back to the Super Bowl, and fuck Marvin Lewis till we win a playoff game and get us back to the playoffs, god damn it. There were a few of those, and I don't know if I'm the only one. You guys can tell me in the comment section, but there were some of those fourth downs where we were at the 40, 42, 43-yard line where I wanted to go for it. This defense, with all the injuries in the secondary, didn't show like we could shut down Pittsburgh and keep them on their side of the field. They held them to field goals on a lot of them, and that was Annerbo. We had a couple goal line stands, but there were a couple of those where I just felt like that the fourth downs to go for, the ones that are going to result in points if you get the first down, and we had so many of those. I got to think there's 4, 5, 6 of those drives that stalled on the Pittsburgh side of the field, but just right at about the 40-yard line. So if somebody wants to go back and watch the tape and tell me how many there were, but I got to think there was anywhere from 4 to 6 for sure. So, but that's it. I will try. It's a busy week. I will try to get something up by the end of the week, previewing the Kansas City game. And with that, if you can, have a good rest of your Sunday. My biggest disappointment is I won't watch the Kansas City New England game tonight because I don't want to hear all of it. I pretty much shut down the NFL after a game like this. I'm going to go hit some golf balls at the club or something. So that's it. I will try to get a video up later this week, and let's see how this team responds. We're going to learn a lot about this team this week. Okay, take care, everybody.